Hello beautiful Pisces, welcome back to your extended. So this morning we were looking at taking no prisoners anymore this month. Pisces, we're starting this Monday in August with all the strength in the world, silent strength, and being fully in your moon phase within ourselves. Pisces, you see the moon sitting in the sky with the stars, the stars of illumination. All these cards are coming in for you to say that you are finally getting rid of those illusions. You don't need to explain yourself anymore, Pisces. You feel confident enough to move forward in your life. And I give you everything. Yeah, I give you everything. I give you kudos here, okay? So, actually, I just let go. I opened up, I was playing with this book, and the page opened, and it was written, stay in your lane. And for me, that says right away, stay the course, okay? Don't let anybody change the course for you, Pisces. Okay? If you wouldn't want it for your best friend, don't accept it for yourself. Right? Okay? You have been putting up with stuff that you wouldn't do to anybody else. That is so profound right here, Pisces, okay? So stay in your lane, okay? So this is so important for you, Pisces. If you wouldn't want it, let's see, I'm trying to see if I can find it again, because it kind of stopped and then, no. So, it's fine. I saw it. You're hearing it. Stay in your lane. Do what you are supposed to be doing for you. And don't do stuff to yourself that you wouldn't do to anybody else, okay? That's important for anybody. And people don't ask themselves that a lot of the time when they're going through their lives and doing stuff. They do stuff to other people, and they think, well, they do stuff to themselves, or they put up with stuff for themselves that they would never do to anybody else because they would consider it a great injustice. This is what I'm trying to say. Yes, and I'm feeling very passionate about this. Yes, a lot of fire energy coming through for me for these readings, because I feel like you need to be shored up, and you need to be reminded that you're doing right by yourself. You're doing right for yourself, okay? And by yourself, right? Right. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pull some more tarot here. See what else Spirit has to say on this subject. You have been adaptable for so long, Pisces. This is the thing with us. We adapt to everything, right? Even the injustices that are being done to us, we always adapt to it. We're always like, oh yeah, well, okay, that person treated me badly because, well, you know, they're having a bad day. We understand more than anybody else, and especially if people are telling us, they're showing me an example of people who are always telling us how we're doing injustices to them, okay? Like, they're having a bad day and you go, why are you having a, you know, why are you, they treat you unkindly. You ask them why, and then they go, well, I'm having a bad day. Don't you ever have a bad day? Can't you understand I'm having a bad day? And this card is why this is coming out. We do. We're the first ones to understand. And then we accept that bad behavior, and then it's like we take it as a work order that's always constantly there. It's like an exception for them to treat us badly, because we always default to, oh, they must be having a bad day. No. Okay? It's you can't let bad behavior go on. You know, the response to that is, I understand you're having a bad day, and I'm willing to be understanding for today, but it's really not a reason to put it out on people who have nothing to do with it. Okay? You can behave better, okay? So this is you right here deciding that that's what's going to happen now. People are going to behave better, right? Too many cards coming out. And that's what I feel. I feel like I felt like the cards were trying to spill out, and I think that this is just, it's been going on for too long, okay? Right, there you are, that Page of Cups. You've been taken advantage of because you're a sensitive soul. Okay, and you've been taken advantage of because of this fact that people know you're a sensitive soul as well. They may tell you when you finally say something let's say another example I'm being shown. This is so funny because they're showing me like interaction with people. Let's say you're saying you get emotional for some reason, something has happened to you, and then they go, oh, you're always so sensitive, you're just that person. Again, you decide, you get stuck in that pattern. This is all the devil, by the way. This is you getting stuck in that pattern that, oh yes, I am oversensitive because that's who I am. No. It's okay to be sensitive, and if you need to cry because you've been hurt, then you should. And you shouldn't let anybody judge you as if they don't have a bad day, okay? It's not all about you being wrong. This is what Spirit is telling me. It's not all about you being wrong all the time and being right. This is putting people's things above your own, okay? You're very kind, and I'm not saying to be no longer understand people or being kind to them. I'm just saying that it's important that you take care of yourself as well. Yeah, this is all spilling over, okay? So you have to plan now for new, okay? You have the planning card, the contemplating and thinking innovative, okay? You're in the potential threshold of new discoveries, okay? You're glimpsing the bigger picture, and this is an opportunity for real concrete growth. So, yes, I'm not saying we don't have bad days and blow things out of the, you know, a little too much past that emotional thing, but it's not okay to let people judge you unfairly, and what I'm hearing is pigeonhole you in something. So now it's time for you to say, I am who I am, and if you don't like it, well, you know, that's not my problem, right? It's hard to say that, Pisces, because then you make yourself sound, or you feel like you're being difficult, and you're not. You're just trying to be you, okay? I feel that a lot of you have been strong-armed by characters who are stronger in character, who just are louder, you know? People who are loud and judging you by who you are. Well, you're this and you're that. You don't need to put up with that, okay? It's their opinion. It's their opinion of you, okay? They're not perfect. Nobody is, okay? Yeah, you've been letting other people's judgment affect you, and I feel that this is it. That's the end of that, okay? Yeah, your Knight of Cups, in a way, is going to be showing up a little bit here, okay? The Knight of Cups is the passionate one. He's the one that blows up at people. He's the one that has the emotional, that big gush of water that kind of slams you up against the wall. That passionate woof of emotion. Yeah, he's showing up now. Okay, you're going to have to temper him, but he's definitely, he needs to show up. He needs to show up to be impulsive, okay? You had the impulsive new here with the Page of Wands. You need to mix these up together and really be passionate about your journey and what you want to do, and make sure that people understand you clearly. And I have to say that some are going to be quite surprised by maybe your, you know, outburst. It's going to feel, you're going to have a different energy for them because they've been used to maybe having you as a pushover. And I feel that this is the end of that for you. But it needed to be, okay? This king needed to take over. He needed to come through. Okay, Pisces? He needed to be passionate, and you need to be intense at this point. You need to call in your Pisces, okay? Which is the moon, which is the Knight, which is the Page. You bring in that Pisces, you bring in that love, okay? But you bring it, you defend you this time, okay? Instead of like being passionate about somebody else's cause or somebody else, it's time for you to be passionate about you. It's time to love yourself. Okay, you've gained this. This is the Hermit. This is twice. Did it? Yes, it did. It came out on the bottom of the deck. Okay? Okay, so let's look closer at what the Hermit says here. The Hermit is your inward journey guided by your inner light. Inner light. Inner light. You. Okay? Spirit is trying to just remind you that you are important right now. You. Okay? Yes. Does this require selfish? I don't care if this is what that means to you at this point. Spirit wants you to be, maybe, selfish isn't really the word, but you're going to feel this way, okay? You're going to feel, I'm just being selfish right now. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I think you've been just selfless. I think you need to self more is the word that I would use, okay? You had selfless for a long, long time, which caused insecurities. They were brought on by insecurities and just kept going. Now you are a self more. Or more self, whatever you want to call it. Inner self, whatever you want to call it, okay? You've had enough introspection. You have wisdom. You have perspective, okay? You've meditated. This is your spiritual path, okay? You have to follow your own path. And you need to make sure that these people know that you need the time out from their problems and their constant stuff. You need to take care of yourself at this point. This is your time now, Pisces. It really is your time, okay? So, all right. More of these. No, here we go. We have the High Priestess underneath the deck. Of course, it's inner wisdom. So this is inner light, and this is inner wisdom. So this is really the big message here. You have to go inside you, okay? Not with outside, not with the neighbor, not with the coworker, not with the mate, even the mate, okay? You have to take care of you now. And you're going to find out who's on your side. Okay? This is going to be the time that you're going to find out who is on your side. Remember to be kind. Some people have a hard time with change. We all do. When suddenly you change, there's some people that are going to be worth trying to explain it to. But then there's some people that won't. And that's fine. Okay? Right? Look at you, the thinker. 44. Yeah. I feel that this message in particular is going to give you pause. You're going to be like, wow, that's going to have major impact. That's what I feel, okay? It's going to have a lot of impact on my life. And that's okay though, Pisces. That's okay. You're supposed to have impact in your own life. Let me see here. 43. Let's see what let's see if these beautiful cards. Strategy, being analytical and logical, right? Okay. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Okay? So this is good. Calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take. Claim your prosperous life. Claim it. Claim your life. Okay? Lists are your friends now, so get out your journal. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. And there's the abundance card. Okay? Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be in for the highest good of all. Right. Remember that being you is the best that you can be. If you're giving advice on people, for people, not from within your own soul, like what is the point? Okay? If you're playing the game for other people, then what are you offering of yourself? That's a good one, right? Spirit is telling me we take a lot to heart. We've been taught a lot of things. They're using my only child. I have half siblings, but I never grew up with them. As an only child, I was always told, you're going to have to be careful not to be greedy or a brat because you're an only child. you must make sure to share and always be giving and forthcoming to other people. Don't be a bossy only child. Don't be a bratty only child. And that stayed with me for a long time. I spent my life trying so hard to prove that I wasn't a bratty child. Right? A tall tale. I love this. Okay, that I made myself believe that I was a brat, even though I wasn't. I had suffered through so much. I just didn't have time to be a brat. But because sometimes I was bossy. Sometimes not bossy, but direct in what I wanted. I was then called a bossy only child, right? Instead of when I was using, what do you call him, this guy here, the King of Wands, then I was saying, oh, well, we can tell you're an only child, or whatever. It came through a lot. So I kept telling these stories to myself that I should always act like I had to share all of my life. And these are stories that we tell ourselves, and this is exactly it. This is a tall tale, and I love that it's Pinocchio sitting there, okay? We make our own noses grow with these stories that we tell ourselves. It becomes part of us. It becomes like part of our being. I have never been selfish in my life, ever, ever. But I've been told so many times that I would be because I was an only child. I put myself in a stereotype that didn't belong to me, okay? And when I asserted myself, then that just played in. Again, it was stories and guilt that people were putting me through because they were taught it and then they were taught to tell us the same time, okay? Because the people that I was dealing with were not only children, and if truth be known, they were a lot bossier than I was, and they were a lot more selfish than I was, probably because they had to share, okay? So it was actually the reverse, but in my mind, I thought, well, that's kind of the idiom that's going around. Everybody kind of signs up to it, so it must be the truth, and it's wrong. It was a tale. It was the moon card. Okay, it was a tall tale of bullcrap. So now it is time for you to get rid of that, Pisces, to get rid of this tall illusion tale. Okay, go inside of yourself and be who you're supposed to be, and don't let anybody tell you that you're being selfish. Be self more. Okay, be self more. No, it's not a word, and I made it up, and I don't care. More of self, less of everybody else. It is time, okay? You've done a lot. You've given a lot. We do. We're so afraid to hurt people because we don't like to be hurt. As Pisces, we're very, very soft and tender in the middle. We don't always like to admit it, but we are. And then we don't want to hurt anybody. We don't want them to feel the way we do, but we overcompensate, okay? And when people tell us something, we believe that they're maybe telling us something that's truthful when sometimes we don't really take enough time to figure out if they're wrong about us or not. We don't defend ourselves enough. And this is what this reading's been about. This month is about you now realizing that you have the confidence. You know where you want to go. You have to make sure that these people know as well. The ones who matter will stick around. The ones who do not won't. And that's just the way it is, okay? And you don't need to be strong when you tell people that it's my time. I've told people in tears that it's my time. And I don't feel any shame over it. And I don't want you to either. I don't want you to repress who you are emotionally to show how strong you are of a person. You be you. You shine your glorious you the way you're supposed to be. If you need to tell your truth and you need to do it with a few tears shedding, you go right ahead. Screaming usually doesn't get anywhere, but I would say if you need to do it with a lot of emotion, if you need to, take that Knight of Cups, where is he? That beautiful Knight. He was somewhere right here. If you need to dish out that Knight of Cups and show that intensity of emotion that you need to make a point, you do it. It is your time. Grab everything by the horns. August is it. This is it for you. Okay? I want you to leave every situation feeling like you've taken a giant step ahead. And that is what Spirit really wants you to do for yourself, Pisces, okay? Be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. I know I've spotted a lot of information, a lot of examples showing you everything that you need to do, but this is really for you. I hope that it hits like multiple people to know what they're supposed to do. I don't know where my candle, oh, I think the candle's going. I think it's going. Did it go out? It went out, Pisces. Okay, so I guess that's a message of it's going out again. It's just because it's not quite sitting at the bottom, and I think the wick is falling through. Okay, Pisces, I wish you lots of love, light, and blessings today, okay? Don't let your light go out. Don't let the light's going out. Don't let it go out, okay? Find another candle, light another candle, start again, get rid of this old candle, do a new one. You can do it. You have the power. I believe in you. Take care. I will see you for tomorrow's reading.